What's up anyone and everyone that came across this video? My name is Danny, and for this video I'm going to be discussing Batman premiere skins or skins I would love to see in the new Injustice 2 game coming out very soon. And it's just not skins I'm going to be discussing. Now we're going to be looking at skins and what kind of gear pieces would be dope to see in the game for Injustice 2. I'm using the Batman Arkham Knight game as reference. For anyone that's ever played this, you guys know how many skins I actually have in this game, so most of the skins I wanted to see in Injustice 2 are in the game, so it's great to use this because the graphics in a video game as high quality as this match Injustice 2, so we sort of get a reference of how they might look in game for Injustice 2 and what kind of gear pieces will look way better for Batman. So without further ado, let's get started. Alright guys, I'm going to be going left to right or top to bottom, so in case you guys haven't played this game, the skins won't be like shown beforehand. And the first skin I would love to see is the new 52 Batman. Just look at that costume. I know it's not going to look like that in Injustice 2, they can make their own depiction, but I just want you to picture it from game to game. This costume for the new 52 is one of the, not that many good things came out of the new 52, so Batman was the only thing that shined bright from the new 52. And this costume was something to help. It looks like armor, but it's skin tight armor, which is amazing for Batman. And I know I didn't say I didn't want no gear pieces for Batman because he could do it by himself, but that really doesn't look like gear. It just looks like a straight leather costume. And guys, if you guys haven't seen the helmet has those type of lines too, and it just looks dope. Just look at that costume. And the helmet. See, it looks like an armored Batman, but just him. Like if he actually spent his money on a suit instead of just buying something and then making it himself like Spider-Man. Alright, up next is, I know you guys might think I'm joking, is a Michael Keaton, Tim Burton Batman skin. I don't know what is it about the skin, and you could ask a lot of people. Some of them make fun of it, but when it's done right, like in this game, it just looks great. It looks menacing, and like I said, I don't want Batman to have a lot of armor. I hope there's, like everyone for Injustice 2 actually, I hope there's a way to make your character just look like a costume, not armored, you know, like old comic wise, you know. And Batman's ears in this one, it's a big deal for me, are like badass. I hope there is helmets for Batman that resemble this in any way. They have the long ears. I don't like tiny ears on Batman. Long ears. And bat nipples, you could do without them. They did without them in this game, and it looks pretty dope. It looks pretty dope. The all dark silk black with the bright yellow just looks cool. Alright, that's it. Next up on this list is a badass costume. Everybody wants it. It's like the Red Hood for Batman, and it would be the Flashpoint Batman skin, because the Flashpoint Batman skin is just amazing. Flashpoint is one of the best stories out there. Anyone that knows anything about superheroes knows it is. And there has been snippets of like the new trailers that have come out that show a helmet with red eyes, but I'm pretty sure that's just a shader. But the Flashpoint, it might be that one. It might be the Flashpoint helmet. I'm not sure. But it also looks like Earth 2 helmet. Earth 2 Batman would be on this list too if I didn't have an Xbox. You know, the PlayStation was the only ones that got it. But what's so deep awesome about this Flashpoint costume, it's not just a costume to me, you know, you could see it as if Batman in the Injustice universe turned to Superman's side. Because this is basically it. He kills, he doesn't care if it's bad for him or anything. He's taking out the bad guys, is how he sees it. And it's Thomas Wayne, you know. So, and also with the Rebirth comics, that's what's going on right now. The Button and all that. Bruce Wayne finally met Thomas Wayne. And if you could put a skin, one Batman look like Thomas Wayne and another Batman be just Bruce Wayne and interact, the dialogue between them two would be dope. But this Batman skin looks dope. The gear wise, it looks like Batman just with weapons and more menacing. Like he will just beat the crap out of you at any moment. And that's why the Flashpoint skin is so recommended by everybody. This has to be in the game. Alright guys, we move from a fan favorite to one a lot of people may not want in the game, but it's the Adam West Batman skin. It doesn't have to be silly, guys. As you guys can see from this game, they made him look badass. And even if this costume isn't in the game, I'm pretty sure there will be a shader to make them these colors. I think I've seen it during the demo, or not the demo, but the what's it called, the beta. So there might be definitely a shader for this, and if it's not a shader, it would be funny to see it as a skin, because the colors of bright Batman is something completely different than what we've seen so far from all Batmans. Is dark, brooding, and he uses fear for his side, and then this guy is just like, what's up, I'm here. Like, the costume is great. It's so classic 70s and 50s during those times, and I would just love to see it, just because I don't know if you guys saw my wish list. I like to add some sense of humor to like a dark, brooding Injustice 2 world, and this would be pretty good, you know, Batman just coming in all colorful after he takes down Superman. Alright guys, that's it for the Adam West costume. Up next, guys, is a double whammy. It's one that was used for inspiration for the Batman vs Superman movie, and it's for the Justice League movies to come out, and the Dark Knight comics. The Dark Knight costume and the Justice League Batman vs Superman costume are pretty much the same. There really isn't that much big of a difference, except one's part of the comics and one's part of the movies. And they would need to do this just so they fit in. They could have the movie tie-in costumes, which I'm pretty sure they're going to want to have. They will boost up sales for people, or especially kids that see it in the movies and want to experience it at home, and they could just change the skin to them. It'd be dope to have those skins, not premiere gears, like actual skins where it doesn't matter. You can put on the gear and then the skin just covers up the gear and it takes over. Like, look at the difference. There really isn't that big of a difference, but I really think the Batman vs Superman one looks a lot badass. There's a way darker undertone of gray for the outside of that, but yeah, they have to have moving tie-in costumes, and I think this costume will fit in perfect for that. For Man of Steel, Wonder Woman, Cyborg, Aquaman, they have to have an Aquaman skin. Imagine making the Aquaman from Injustice 2 look like Jason Momoa. That'd be dope. That would be dreams come true. Right, back to Batman. But real fast, like, no one really wants to see like that blonde Aquaman anymore. After Jason Momoa came out as Aquaman, everybody wants Aquaman to look like him, like such a badass. But if they're gonna have movie tie-in costumes, they should definitely have TV show tie-in costumes. And this right here, I mean, I know it may not look like it, is the Batman Beyond costume. I'm not a big fan of it. It looks fucking badass, but I'm more of a fan of the Terry McGinnis costume, the skin tight leather, all those type of costumes, because I do want the Batman Beyond costume. But if there's a way to make it look like the Batman Beyond costume in this game, I want to be mad. I know there's, at the first trailer for Injustice 2, there was a helmet that sort of kind of resembled a Batman Beyond costume, but it wasn't really confirmed. Other than that, they should really have a Batman Beyond. There is a mask that looks like a Batman Beyond, like a Terry McGinnis mask for Batman that we saw during the beta, but I don't know if I want it that way. I want like a full skin transformation between the character, not just little gear pieces that you could change. Pretty sure you guys get me. You guys want the little wings that like come out of his shoulders, not the full cape for Terry McGinnis. Do the Batman Beyond character justice. But outside of that, this costume looks pretty badass either way, so I wouldn't be mad how it came out. Just the Batman Beyond costume would be dope, but Terry McGinnis costume should be the first priority. Yeah, guys. The next one up on this list is a sort of obscure one. I really didn't know anything about it till this game came out, and it's the anime Batman skin. Well, that's what it's under. So I really don't know where it came from, what anime it's from, but I remember this was the first costume I put on when I was playing the Arkham Knight game, and I felt like a menace. First of all, the ears. Like, the ears are a huge part for me, guys. Like, if you see a silhouette of Batman, you want those ears poking out, you know, making them look like the devil is coming for you, like fear is coming for you, you know? First of all, the helmet looks cool. The shoulder pads, I have no idea where that's from. The thing that goes around his neck just looks super cool. The wristbands, pretty sure that's what they're called, wristbands, Look at that. That one big spike. Not 3 spikes, just one big spike. If it just knock you out with that. It looks cool. The utility belt looks cool too, but I'm pretty sure they're going to have that for Injustice 2 separate from Premier skins and costumes and all that. So that really doesn't matter, but the helmet, the shoulder pads, and the wristbands are the coolest thing about this costume. If you guys know where it's from, leave it in the comments. I would love to see this anime where he wears this. Alright, last but not least, guys, it's the OG Batman costume. And if you guys played this game, you know which one I'm talking about. It's the first appearance Batman skin. Wait for it. Look at that. It looks cool. It looks so different from what we've seen. The utility belt is one of the coolest things about this, and the gloves. It looks very, very Batman-esque. Like, I know it's the first appearance Batman, but the utility belt has a little pods. It looks great. The cool thing about this is the helmet. If you could tell by the helmet, like right there, the ears usually for Batman helmets, they go with the shape of the helmet, and in this Batman helmet, the ears go outwards, and it just looks super cool. It looks more of a bat than any other Batman helmet I've seen. If you guys seen more, go ahead and leave it in the comments. I would love to know which ones look cooler, but this one is the coolest helmet for me. Look at that. The gloves are cool just because they will add some customization option to Batman, so that would be cool if you could change that. But other than that, the sole reason this is in my list is pay some homage to Batman, and that helmet is cool. Well, that's it, guys. That's the top premier skins I would love to see for Batman in the new Injustice 2 game, using the Batman Arkham Knight game as reference for the costumes. I know Injustice 2 might not do it like the first Injustice, where you could just switch from costume to costume. It's looking more and more like that since the new trailer that dropped today. You could clearly see Flash wearing a Flash Earth Prime helmet, and the leggings too for Earth Prime. So maybe they're just gonna do it like that, where you just collect the gear and it changes the costume. But I hope that if it's not like, I'm not sure if you guys get me where I'm going with this, but the gear, when you collect the full gear for the Earth Prime Flash, I hope his attitude changes as well. Or like, for example, Red Robin, that's the biggest example. If there's gear for Robin, Damian Wayne Robin, that sort of resembles Tim Drake Red Robin, where he has a utility belt across his chest with that X and the cowl, or whatever, you know, the cowl especially has to have the cowl. But if it has a cowl, I hope it resembles Tim Drake's attitude. I hope it's just not Damian Wayne that just found Tim Drake's costume and put it on. Or the more I hope for a Nightwing skin for Damian Wayne Robin, which it looks like it's in the game, but I hope once you collect the full pieces for a Nightwing skin or gear, it changes his attitude. He acts more like Dick Grayson, more cocky and funny and all that, because Damian Wayne is cocky, but he's more of an arrogant cocky, and we don't want to see that in our Dick Grayson. Like, I did see in the new trailer, Robin does have the sort of Nightwing mask and a Nightwing silhouette kind of gear chest piece, but it still has that Robin symbol next to it, and I hope that when there is a Nightwing thing, it doesn't have no Robin signal. It's just a Nightwing costume, and it changes the way they act. Like, you guys get me? Like, I want that. If they do it the gear way, the gear pieces way, then I really hope they change the attitude of the characters once you collect the full gear for that costume. That's about it, guys. Thank you guys for watching. I'll catch you later, homies. Bow.
Power to the elevator. Hey, boss! We're getting you out!
You are? Where's Nightwing?
Oh, he's right here. We thought you'd want to say hello.
Oh, I do. Ah, sawed off.